okay?
Oh, okay.
You fell down.
I'm okay. I did it on purpose.
Oh, you hurt yourself?
I did it on purpose. What did one strawberry say to the other strawberry?
I don't know, Billy Saul. Do you know?
If you weren't so fresh last night, we wouldn't be in this jam.
Oh, that's a preserve joke.
Yeah. Old.
I'm sorry.
No, wait. This is Christmas, the season of perpetual hope.
Ma'am, if...
And I don't care if I have to get out on your runway and hitchhike. If it costs me everything I own. If I have to sell my soul to the devil himself. I am going to get home to my son.
Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
It's cute, Julia.
Daylight come and me want go home.
Otho, are you doing
Work
this?
all night and a drink a rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till the morning come.
I must express myself. If you don't let me gut out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will take you with me.
Next step is to fold in the cheese.
What does that mean? What does fold in the cheese mean?
He folds it in.
I understand that, but how do you fold it? Do you fold it in half like a piece of paper and drop it in the pot, or what do you do?
David, I cannot show you everything.
Okay, well, can you show me one thing?
Here's what you do. You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand,
Uh-huh.
and you...
If you say fold in one more time.
It says fold it in!
This is your recipe. You fold in the cheese then.
Don't you dare.
You fold it in.
David!
Somebody big just died. Legendary actress Catherine O'Hara is dead at 71 years old. And my friend Mike North is here to help eulogize her. Mike, how are you, my friend?
Well, another one bites the dust. I'm doing great, Joe. You're doing great. We'll get to the great Catherine O'Hara in just a minute. By the way, we still have plenty of great back in the day. Somebody big just died that you should look at, okay? One of them I'd like you, maybe I'm going to have Joe repost it because I didn't bring this up the other day, but maybe I did. Maybe I forgot that I did. But Jimmy Irsay is back in the news, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
For all the nonsense that this guy was a complete highway machine, high type of guy, 24/7, for God's sake. So I think we're going to probably repost that one up. There he is. Yeah. You know, we made fun of him. And I told everybody. And people were all surprised recently when they read in the newspapers about Jim Irsay. And quite frankly, on our show, the reason I want to play it is because all we did was call him a junkie, for Christ's sake. And that's what he was through his whole adult life. So
sadly, yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't work out for him. Things didn't work out, but he died prematurely because of things that he did in the past. I wish, she had a reason to die, Catherine O'Hara, but she died of natural causes, younger than me, 71 years old. In fact,
71, yeah.
71 years old. And we'll get to Catherine O'Hara in just a little bit. But first, we got to take care of our sponsors. And like I said the other night, the Terry Boers, our greatest one ever. The tremendous people that watch the show. It's a record for our show. And I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier about it. And I'm glad everybody honored Terry. And it shows you what kind of product the Score had back in the day. So we'll get to Catherine O'Hara in a minute, as we're on a roll here right now. Unfortunately for the people who passed away, but this is our business. In fact, Joe, I think, gets up in the morning now, and before he checks the sports section or the front page, or even turns on the TV or changes the kid's diaper, he checks the obituaries, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm living on TMZ, Mike, these
I'm
days.
telling you, you beat me to the punch this time. I got upstairs the other day. Catherine O'Hara, we gave our secret password, which nobody knows. It's Dakota. And
Dakota.
yeah, and once we see that, we know there's trouble brewing. And future Dakota looks like Lou Holtz, the great coach in Notre Dame, and a good man, and a man I happen to know and I worked with. So it's just amazing. So the bottom line is people are dropping like flies, and it's never going to change. So this is the business we're in. Cumberland Chapels has been existing off this business forever, and they do it to the best of their ability. I've never heard hardly a complaint about this place. They're cleaner than the Board of Health. 83 West Cumberland, right there in Norwich, Illinois. Just a great group of people there. Cumberland Chapels, and it's 8300, Lawrence. And there's all the testimonials. There's all the great people that at once were big contributors to society. There is the size of the place. And man, unbelievable. 8300 West Lawrence, 708-456-8300, CumberlandChapels.com. And then we have the great, and I was there last week with Jesse Rogers, Jeff Schwartz, and John Shaky Suntress, the great Pennyville station. Boy, I'll tell you what, the restaurant business right now, all of them taking a hit, but they're all doing a good job with the weather that we've had. Now they're getting it all over the country. I mean, there's people. I called my brother today. He moved to South Carolina to get away from this, and it's 20 degrees out there right now. So
Wow.
he wasn't happy, but what are you going to do? 112 Main Street, Park Ridge, Illinois. Tino Antonacci, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. He's there. But the King of Kings there, Tony Antonacci. That's right. You have the happy hour every day from 2 to 5. That's more than 1 hour, folks. $2.50 Blue Point oysters served for cocktail sauce, raw horseradish, $6 truffle fries, kapow! Cauliflower, pork, veggie pot stickers, Tito's frozen lemonade, Yingling, for $3.50. So it's all good there, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check them all out. We just are enjoying, and we appreciate both our sponsors. And it's a long run. I think we're going on 3 years here on the bar.
That's right.
Very happy about that. It was just an idea I had, and enough people like it. The sponsors like it, and that's all that matters.
Look at this comment, Mike, from Cliff.
This show's interesting. Nobody else covers these people's deaths so well. That's the truth, Cliff. That's one of the reasons I came up with the idea. Everybody looked at me at first and said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, you heard about Catherine O'Hara the other day. It's gone. It's gone. And you heard about her in a 2-minute snippet, okay, from people that didn't even know who she was. She did a ton of great stuff. Bum she won't be in the studio in season 2. So that's, what are you going to do? One of those deals.
It is what it is.
That's right. She was born March 4th, 1954 in Toronto. People see the SCTV people and you think Second City TV, which is out of Chicago. But most of the performers from SCTV
Toronto,
came from Toronto, came from Canada. John Candy won a great cup with the Toronto Argonauts. She was adorable. There's her with John Candy. It's amazing. They're both gone now. Beautiful lady. Good Irish lady. Irish Catholic, of course. She was a Canadian-American actress, comedian, screenwriter, whose career spanned over 50 years. Now, there is the great cast there. And that cast was as good as any. You had people like Joe Flaherty, John Candy. Their cast with Eugene Levy, all those people, Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, was as good as Saturday Night Live's. Was as good as Saturday Night Live's cast, and in a lot of ways better than most of their cast. Not as good as the original, but as good, in my opinion. They were on for 8 seasons on 3 different channels. Nobody wanted to make a full commitment to them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would have, like NBC did with Saturday Night Live, then they might still be around. They were fighting a juggernaut, and they were staying right with them. Their talent.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Mike, but she was cast in SNL
for 1 year, right?
And then she didn't appear on the show.
No,
because then SCTV got picked up, and then she left.
And maybe that's one of the reasons. But she said, "You know what, guys, thanks for everything, but I got to go with my other."
Oh
people.
yeah,
you know. As I'm watching Brooks Koepka leave 2 golf tours already in 5-6 years, getting ready to start his 3rd, and I got to watch that guy all day long crap the bed because they're trying to make a big deal out of a deserter. So I loyalty means something to me, and to my wife. And, I've stayed at places for a long, long time, whether it be this place. I was at the Score for a ton of years. I'm on ESPN for my 7th year. I was at Fox for a long time. You know what? I didn't do a whole lot of moving on unless they want you to move on. And then you move on. That's it. But I would still be at a lot of these places still. They told you to move on. I moved on. And same thing with our hot dog stands. We were there for 15 years. We moved on. But you know what? I don't spend like a year or 2 at places. And that's what I love about the bar room. I don't know how many years I've been with the bar room now. I lost track.
I gotta say, it's gotta be at least 5, Mike. Probably more.
Probably more than that. Yeah, me and Eldo, I'd say 7, 8. To be honest with you, I'll tell you what. Catherine O'Hara was one of my favorite people. I always thought she was an Irish Chicago girl, but she isn't. She was born in Toronto. She started her career as a sketch comedy performer on Second City Television from 1976 to 84, where she won Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing for a Variety Series. So she wrote her own stuff. She starred in a string of Christopher Guest comedy films such as Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, For Your Consideration, Temple Grandin, a lot of different things. She then disappeared a little bit and to do movies. And her biggest movie, which made her an international star and a national star, because a lot of people even weren't familiar with Catherine O'Hara until she did Home Alone as Kate McAllister. One of the best roles you can ever do. It defines her as a comedian, as an actress. Everybody in that movie, from Joe Pesci to Catherine to everybody else, Macaulay Culkin, were outstanding. John who?
John Candy.
Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to remember. When was he in that? Oh yeah, he was cop.
He was in the polka band. He drove her.
Yeah, I get him mixed up as the cop in Vacation with Chevy Chase and them. He plays the cop at Wally World. But you're right. He played the part, and what a role he did. He picks her up and saves her at the airport when they lost their son. They left him home alone, which everybody's always questioned how that could happen. And really, when we all saw the movie, we never asked that question. We just went along with it. People got to get technical about it. Who would leave their kid alone? Who would forget their son?
Right.
There's no movie unless you step out a little bit. Period. End of story. It says here she gained a career resurgence and acclaim for her portrayal as Maura Rose in the pop TV sitcom. And I heard this was outstanding. My wife watched it.
So funny.
Schitt's Creek, which I love the name. The role earned her a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, the Golden Globe for Best Series, a television series, musical or comedy, the Screen Actors Guild Award. She won 2 Emmys, had 10 nominations in her life, 1 Golden Globe with 2 nominations, 2 SAG Awards with 5 nominations. She won, when it comes to awards, she was nominated for various awards 82 times, and she won 32 times. Okay? Like I said, for Outstanding Episode, SCTV Network 90 she won. For Schitt's Creek she won. That's how you pronounce it, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, I love how they did that.
One of the characters in the show, Mike, his name is Roland Shit.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yep.
But we're sophomore, right?
Right.
But we're
Right.
sophomore. But they got a lot of money out of it. They made a lot of money. She was born 1954 in Toronto, grew up there. Her family's Catholic of Irish descent. No surprise from this reporter.
Shocking.
Yeah, she was the sixth of 7 children. No surprise from this reporter.
Shocking.
Of Margaret Ann Meehan and Marcus Charles O'Hare, who died way back in 1995. She started her career in 1994 as a cast member of Second City. 2 years later, the theater troupe recreated the sketch comedy show SCTV, for which O'Hare became a regular performer. In the late 70s, she provided voiceovers for various cartoons, work which would continue throughout her career. During a short period in the early 80s, Joe just brought this up, when SCTV was in between network deals, it had to be a pain in the ass to try to. How hard could it have been to pitch this show? 3 networks picked you up. You just wanted one to keep you. She was hired to replace Ann Risley on Saturday Night Live, but as it was being retooled in 81. However, she quit the show without appearing on the air, choosing to go back to SCTV when the show signed on with NBC. She was long rumored to have left SNL due to conflicts with volatile writer Michael O'Donoghue, but she denied those claims and said she left the show due to her dislike for living in the pigsty we call New York City now.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's Toronto.
Yeah. And O'Hare expanded her career on television in the mid-70s. She appeared in Wayne and Schuster's special on CBC. Those guys used to be on the Ed Sullivan Show back in the 60s. She just was loaded with work. There she is with her family. There she is with the grown-up Macaulay Culkin, who looks like he's had 20 gummies. Eugene Levy. Just a great, great family. There's her husband. God bless him. Condolences to her. Just a tremendous, tremendous performer. She guest starred on top-rated television series Curb Your Enthusiasm back in 2008, 6 Feet Under the same year. Her role in the 2010 television film Tempo Grande earned her 3 award nominations, a Primetime Emmy Award, a Satellite Award, and Screen Actors Guild. Very private person, didn't read a whole lot about her, never got in any difficulty. Even when she broke off from Saturday Night Live, it was taken as clean. From 2015 to 2020, she co-starred as Maura Rose in the CBS Schitt's Creek alongside Eugene Levy, he's an institution. Great, funny comedian. Reminds me of my buddy Jeff Schwartz, okay, who looked somewhat like him. A lot. Yeah, Spaceball. It earned her 6 Canadian Screen Awards for Best Actress, 6 of them in a comedy series. She was also in Netflix Black Comedy, a series of unfortunate events, which premiered in 2017. In 2025, she had a main role in the Apple TV satirical comedy series The Studio. She guest starred as Gail Linden in the 2nd season of the HBO post-apocalyptic drama series The Last of Us, which I didn't
was
see
good.
some of these.
It was good.
Joe's seen more of the later stuff. He was telling me about Schitt's Creek. I lost touch with Catherine more or less after SCTV. Did see her in Beetlejuice. Did see her, of course, in Home Alone.
Did you see the sequel to Beetlejuice that came out last year, Mike?
No, I did not.
I did not either, but she was in it.
Yeah, I just think that, I wasn't crazy about it. That's not my type of movie. I'm glad when I can see my favorite people in it. I mean, Michael Keaton played Batman, then he plays that, I mean, that tells you the kind of talent base that guy had. Now, in 1983, she told Rolling Stone that she was pretty much a good Catholic girl at heart. Why aren't we all? Good Catholic boy, good Catholic girl at heart. She met production designer Bo Welch on the set of Beetlejuice in 88. and the two married in 92. They had two sons born in 94 and 97. She held dual citizenship for Canadian and American
I
citizenship.
saw an interview on TMZ from a couple years back the other day, Mike.
Yeah.
And they asked her, they said, what role do you want to be most remembered for? And she said, as a mother to my sons. And I thought that was the greatest answer you could ever give.
Yeah, she didn't chase. She just took whatever came. She disappeared a little bit every so often. I'm sure her agent kept trying to get her work, and she did. I looked at her film credits and everything else, and all the appearances she's made, and over a 50-year span, no apologies here from her. Big time. But she had 3-4 like Schitt's Creek, SCTV, Beetlejuice, Home Alone. She had like 5, 6, 7, like some things that everybody saw. Okay.
Just iconic. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like everybody saw. The weirdest thing about her death, and I was reading this, and I'm going to have to talk to my doctor, Dr. Serge Lipoff, who's been my doctor since he was 26, and I'll give him a call tomorrow, and I'm going to ask him about this disease that she had, because I had never heard of it. Yes, she had. I was just going to read this, my friend. You beat me to the punch, Cliff, you rascal. Unbelievable. She had a disease where your organs move and stuff. Okay?
Yeah, they're in opposite locations.
They move around and stuff. I don't understand it. I never heard of it. I didn't think that was possible. How do you stay alive that long? How does it do it? Does it just do it once? I don't know. But the heart and other major internal organs are reversed from their normal position. And on January 30th, just the other day, a spokesperson for the LA Fire Department that said that the department received a call from her home in Brentwood in LA regarding a woman believed to be her experiencing difficulty breathing. She was transported to the nearby hospital in serious condition, and she died later that day at the age of 71.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
She did start looking a little sick towards the end. I don't know.
She looked older. She looked like she aged. Even when she was like 60, 65, you showed a picture with her later on. And yeah, she looked like she put on a little bit of age, but not that she cared all that much, I don't think. I don't think she was like an Elizabeth Taylor stuff. I got to put cake myself with makeup. She was a normal person. She was a sketch comedian who made it big, made it to the big time. Her particulars, once again, born in 54, March 4th, died January 30th, dual citizenship, listed as an actress, comedian, screenwriter, years active. There she is. She looks great there. There's where she's starting, she's starting to get a little older, but she looks terrific. So, right there. She was starting to show a little bit of age, but she's in her 70s, Her occupation, actress, comedian, and screenwriter. Her years active, 69 to 2025. You can't cry about that career.
Yeah, impressive.
2 kids. And then she had a sister, Mary Margaret. And I have a list of her awards here, which is like unbelievable. She was nominated.
Here's where she started looking ill, Mike, right here.
Right there. Yeah. It just she's older, but she's drawn. She looks a little pale. I'm not here to diagnose her. We just noticed the difference. That's all. So
that's right.
I mean, she's an outstanding talent. And we here at somebody big just died. Getting geared up for Lou Holtz now, who's on his in hospice, and I don't think he'll be in hospice as long as Jimmy Carter was in hospice over a year and a half, or how long.
Jimmy Carter's family was there with the hamsters on the wheel, keeping him alive. So
I mean, they had him in a lounge chair, looking up at the sky, catching flies with his mouth open. I mean, at the end, it was just
it was bad when he went to his wife's funeral.
I thought it was cruel.
I agree.
And hopefully the hospice, you know, you go into hospice and your Lou Holtz, it'll be 2, 3, 4 days, like most people's relatives are. So, we want to give our condolences, and I also to Catherine and to her family and to all her fans, which I was one, Joe was one.
Absolutely.
Joe and I have something in common. Sometimes mine die, sometimes his die. The famous show
Sometimes
that
they cross over.
yes, one crosses over. That's what happens when you have a 50+ year career. And also a guy that died the other day, and we're going to give him an honorable mention, but in the 70s, 80s, 90s, if this happened, he would have been somebody big. Damon Wilson, who died on, who was the son, Lamont Sanford, for 7 seasons on Sanford and Son, one of the great sitcoms of all time. Later became a pastor, did not like the Hollywood scene, was not a follower, was more of a leader, had 6 children and was married to the same person. And he passed away the other day. And I know this. I don't know, Joe, if you've ever watched a lot of Sanford and Son.
Oh,
But
yeah.
back in the day, it was, well, back in the 70s, all the shows were great. All the shows were great. And you know what? Nobody got hurt feelings. You were able to talk about race in a fun way. Everybody poked fun at themselves. I mean, I saw on Twitter today one of the most successful shows was All in the Family. And then the spinoff was The Jeffersons.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was basically about a black racist and a white racist. That's what it was. Sherman Hemsley, who was fantastic as George Jefferson, never made me laugh harder. And then Carol O'Connor. And nobody thought twice about it. Everybody went on the next day. You worked with people of different, everybody would laugh about it. Did you see last night? Did you see All in the Family? Did you see Sanford and Son? Did you see the Flip Wilson show? I remember the first black person that had her own TV series. I'm sure nobody knows this. You got to, well, maybe a lot of you do, the older folks, the boomers like myself, which I'm proud of because I actually saw this stuff firsthand. I don't have to read about it. I tell
That's
Joe about
right.
it. Her name was Julia, and she was outstanding. Diane Carroll, who was married to an Italian, Vic Damone, who was a great singer and was rumored to be in line for The Godfather as Johnny Fontaine until the Italian guys got a hold of him and said, you know what, maybe you skip this one. Al Martino apparently got the role, but if did get the role, he didn't want to. Frank Sinatra turned it down. There it is, Julia. She was a nurse, and it was big. They had to wait. Blacks had to wait till 1970 something to get their own show, to have one person star in their
Crazy.
own show. That's not long ago, folks. That's all I'm going to tell you. And she was fantastic, and I love Diane Carroll. So this is all stuff that TV, that's what keeps us going. But another great black character was Damon Wilson. There's no two ways about it. Did a great job, outstanding guy, and we have our condolences for him also. So, on behalf of Joe Mandel, on behalf of our great sponsors, Pennyville Station and Cumberland Chapels, we wish everybody a good night. And remember this, every day above ground's a good day. Don't other wish anything else, folks, because I don't want to have to feature you someday, maybe, on somebody big just died. Good night.